What the heck is up, you guys? Animated Heroes here, back with another review for you guys. And as you can see today, we're going to be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys My Hero Academia All Might action figure. And honestly, this is going to be more of a quick look rather than a review. And really what I'm going to be covering is the reasons that you guys should go ahead and pick this figure up. I know a lot of people have been waiting on reviews and things like that. Finally, some are dropping, but like I said, I'm just going to go over this figure real quickly and tell you guys why I think you should go ahead and pick him up. Now, honestly, I delayed on this guy simply because I wanted a review to come out, and it was like, man, no one was reviewing it. I had this figure in front of me, and at first, I didn't even bother purchasing it until my boy Mad Swag sent me a picture of what he looks like next to Deku, and at that point, I was like, hey, whether this guy can do what I want him to do or not, he's worth the purchase just so I can stand it next to my Deku and taking photos. And honestly, I'm not disappointed in terms of looks or articulation, but there is one bad thing, and I'm going to go ahead and start with that first. Now, although I say there's only one bad thing about this figure, I will go ahead and let you guys know that the bad about this figure comes in full circle. And I know that kind of sounds crazy, probably doesn't make any sense, and I'll go ahead and explain. Not sure if you guys can see it, but the only bad thing about this figure is the paint apps, and it's literally all over. Now, the face looks perfect, but the rest of the body, like as you guys can see, there's blue right there in the red, there's blue in the white on his logo, there's blue all over the gauntlets, there's blue on the belt, like paint scuffs. I don't really mind the chippings very much because I know that they don't use the same plastic as other companies. There's like green in the elbows. It's just like there's red. Well, there's blue right there in the red. It's just like, man, all of these paint apps on this figure are the only thing that makes it look bad to me. You can see the green right there. It's like they tried to mold it in a plastic or two different colors, and it made this weird green look. It's all over the feet. Mine isn't as bad as some of the ones that I've seen, honestly. In photos, for the most part, I can keep it hidden. It's not too noticeable, but I've seen it real bad on some people's figures. And I mean, like I said, it's not horrible. I'm not used to McFarlane toys. I don't collect their Fortnite stuff. But the paint, I just wish they could have done a little bit better on. Now, that being said, everything else is great. And I'll go ahead and start covering the rest of that right now. Now, in terms of articulation, this is where things get a whole lot better with this figure. He looks up about that much, so not too much, but he does look down a whole lot better. You can move his head around pretty much however you want, has quite a bit of tilt in there. Now, his arms, I will say, gave me trouble straight out of the packaging. I would recommend putting this guy in some hot water as soon as you get him out, because at first I couldn't move this arm at all with how thick the paint was, but now it works fine. He does have a slight butterfly joint in there. It's almost useless, but it looks nice, and it is cool that they added it, so I'm happy with that. Now, he does have a bicep swivel, works very well. It is a little stiff, as you guys can hear. His elbows are single jointed, but he can flex. Come on, look at those muscles, not bad at all. His hands are on a ball peg, and as you guys can see, it's a pretty huge ball peg, so you don't have to worry about it breaking. Now, it is very stiff. I absolutely am afraid to move mine too much, so yeah, I probably need to put this guy back in some water, but it does move. And as far as the diaphragm joint, things get even better. He leans back about that much. He leans forward very well, and he does have a waist swivel that works nicely. You can turn this guy however you want, so you won't have any issue doing that United States of Smash technique, which is nice. I definitely dig that. Now, foot lifts up about that much. Doesn't really go back because of the butt, of course. Now, his legs, he can do just about a full split. This one right here doesn't want to go out as much as this one, but it is possible just because I'm showing you with this one. So you can't expect that. Mine's just really stiff, and I don't want to mess anything up. But he does have double jointed knees, goes about that much, so that works really well. Also, he does have a slight swivel in there, so that works well. His foot goes down about that much, up about that much. He does have really great ankle pivot, so that's no worry at all. And then, of course, he does have a toe hinge as well. So articulation-wise, guy's definitely worth it. That's not an issue. Now for accessories, you don't really get much with this guy. You get a pair of fist hands, which are obviously needed for All Might. You get these pair of relaxed hands, which are great for a variety of posing. And then you do get this stand that you can plug into the bottom of his right foot. And also, on the back, he does have a peg hole as well. So pretty cool that they added that. So that's pretty much all you get in terms of accessories, but I'm cool with that. That's perfectly fine. Now, I'm not sure if anybody has done this in their review yet, and if not, I don't understand why, because this is exactly what everybody wants to see. How he scales next to the Figma Deku. And honestly, these guys look amazing together. It's almost hard to believe that this is a 7-inch scale figure. Honestly, I feel like McFarlane did this on purpose because they knew a lot of people were looking for an All Might. So this gives me high hopes that he's going to scale in very well with Bakugo, who's going to release in December as well. And just to show you guys two more, here he is next to a DC Icons Flash and, of course, the SH Figure Arts Vega. And as you can see, he's taller than both of them, but he still looks nice being posed next to him. Now my final thoughts on this guy are going to be straight to the point. Pick it up. It's 22 bucks, 19 if you get it at Target or Walmart if Walmart has them. You can't go wrong with a posable All Might that goes in scale with Figma Deku and any other Figma My Hero Academia figures that are going to be made if they continue to release them. You cannot go wrong. And honestly, this is making me think about going and picking up Shigaraki, because literally the mall is like half a mile away from me. So I'm probably going to go pick him up. I might review that one too. But this one, honestly, if you're a My Hero Academia fan, mandatory. Go get it. I don't have anything else to say about it. It's great. Literally, the only flaw that I have with this figure is the paint. If you can get someone to touch this up for you, this will be a damn good figure. And at that point, you probably wouldn't even need a Figma for anything other than expressions or maybe effect parts if they include them. So yeah, that being said, this is my quick summary of this guy. Go pick it up. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And of course, make sure to check out my Instagram for more content. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. I hit the camera.